Hi folks, my name is Chris Voss from the chrisvossshow.com. We normally do a vlog, talk about our lives on the Chris Voss Show and my dogs and everything else. But I want to talk about something today, and there'll probably be a series of videos that will follow as we go through a new little journey that we're unfortunately on. A year and a half ago, my first dog passed away from a horrible seizure. I made a couple memorial videos on YouTube just to celebrate her life, and it turns out a lot of people turn to those videos to share in the experience of their own losses of their animals. Some hadn't gotten a chance to see their animals pass away and die. I think their parents were trying to keep them from seeing that. And so a lot of people wrote a lot of really great comments, and it seemed to help a lot of people, and I've always been honored by the comments and the support that people have given the video in giving my dog Shadow at the time an extended life, and how much of a difference she still makes in people's lives even though she isn't here. So that's very important to me. But last Monday, it's about 5 days from then as of now, we got a bomb dropped on us with my older dog of 16 years, Abby. And Abby started walking funny, acting funny, and it was time to go to the vet. In fact, I'll spin this around, and you can see little Abby there in the back. She's in her favorite bed corner, and she's still got a light in her eyes, still holding it together as best she can, even though she can't poop. So she was took her to the vet, and the vet diagnosed her with anal gland cancer, anal polyps that are closing off her ability to go poop, making it hard for her and painful to go poop. She had a giant polyp, or has a giant polyp, out the back side of her, one of her glands, and things are pretty much terminal. So it's been a few days, and I wanted a chance to talk about our experience from that and to give people some counsel on what I felt and experienced on the first day that this was dropped on me. Maybe it differs from vet to vet, but I don't feel like we were given a good roadmap of what to expect for the future. Maybe because doctors don't really know what that is, but there's certainly a better one that can be provided. So I'm going to hope that in these videos that I'm going to be making over the next while, documenting our experience, that they will help people. And that Abby, when the time comes, her spirit will hopefully be able to help people that might go through the same experience and wonder what they should do, just like I did. So let's go down this road. And you'll see subsequent videos on what we experienced this week, and I learned a lot. So the first thing that hit me was when the doctor came back in. We knew there was a problem. Of course, her anus was extended, and she wasn't pooping. So he took her in the back to look at her, examine her, and everything else. He came back out and he dropped the bomb on us. And the diagnosis, whether it was cancerous or not, they would have to tear out a huge chunk of her back end, and maybe by 3 months of her life. And for a dog of her age, 16, with already bad arthritis, that's just a horror show to do to a dog. So the first thing in my mind was, we have to put her down today. First question in my mind, I mean, I was just shocked. I was like, it can't end this quickly. So my advice to people would be, in preparing yourself for this a little bit, because I've always known this day would come, don't be quick to judgment in putting your dog down. I think a lot of people, I don't really know, but I think a lot of people put their dogs down because they don't understand that there's lots of different hospice care options that you can take and do. Sometimes your dog may not be as near death as you might think. I've certainly learned a lot as to how to recognize when a dog is really done. All of us experience some pain I had some friends that said, well, she's in pain, you should put her down. Well, I live in pain every day. My mother, who's older than me, lives in pain every day. And just because she has knee pain, I don't go, hey, we should put you down. You're just done. And the hard part in dealing with this situation is determining when the pain is too much for your dog and they're done. But you know, one of the things that we have with Abby, surprisingly, is Abby still has light in her eyes. She still runs to come to the dog park. She still chases for treats. She still fights with her sibling, but she doesn't poop. So we're dealing with that as well. We'll get into those in subsequent videos. But the next thing I asked the doctor is, I said, you know, we don't have to put her down today, right? I can have 2 or 3 days. And I always kind of prepared myself that if this happened, I'd like to have 2 or 3 days to do, you know, photos, videos, family pictures, things of that nature that we could wrap up. We could hopefully obtain some peace. We could settle business as it were, spend some quality time together, maybe do some things. There's a lot of people that have come up with some really cool things to do in those time that they have left. And so the doctor said, yeah, send us home. And I was really locked in the mindset of this death sentence. And so one thing I really want to share with people is, when this comes across, you need to try and look and understand at the big picture, look at all the options that you have. To me, it was a death sentence of 1 day and a hope that I could get another 24 hours with Abby, or 2 days with Abby. And at the most, I figured 3 would be the best I could get. Right now, I'm talking to you 5 or 6 days from that thing. Now, Abby is still terminal. We've entered a kind of the arena of what I never knew at the time is called hospice care, where I have to deal with her condition and everything else. She's still terminal, sadly, and we just have to make sure that her quality of life is as good as it can possibly be. You know, your dog's been loyal to you all your life and has done things all your life for you. You got to take all those good days with a couple of bad days you're going to have to deal with. And it's real important that you're there for them and you support them. But I suppose it's a personal decision. Some people may not be able to handle doing hospice care with a dog. So we came home, and right away I knew that she had basically a death sentence. And my concern was, is there anything I can do? Is there anything I can do to buy us more time, to buy her more time, to buy her more comfortability, or make her more comfortable in what she needs to do? So I went to the internet. I went on Facebook groups. I actually pulled my Facebook friends, and I got a rich resource of people who've been through these experiences before. My biggest challenge is I've never been through this before. My dog who died 1.5 years ago, she went through a seizure. Within an hour, it was over because she never came out of the seizure. I've never been through a process with a dog where we have to slowly do this death walk. And I don't know how or when it is, and it's her job to tell me. So my advice is, if you're presented with this, don't just go, well, let's put the dog down. Don't just think maybe you only have a couple days. Maybe you do. Maybe the doctor tells you that. I was certainly confused when the doctor called later in the day, and I'd asked to bring her home for 2 or 3 days to get what we could do. And the doctor called later that day and said that they had an appointment with the urologist if we wanted it on Saturday. And I'm like, well, hold on. I thought my dog was dying and almost dead. You think she's going to live till Saturday? Why didn't you tell me that? And so this is kind of one of the challenges of why I'm making these videos, because people need to have some better information. And I don't think doctors, there might be some that do, but in our case, we certainly didn't get enough information. So I sat down and learned about everything about my dog's issue that she has, how we could maybe help the polyps. One thing was turmeric paste. We've been giving her turmeric paste. Now, I'm not trying to save my dog. I know where we're at. If there was some small miracle, I could save her. But I'm trying to make life easier for her and maybe buy some time for both her and us and make sure that she's comfortable. So we tried turmeric paste. Pumpkin is one thing you can do to help with your dogs, get their bowel systems going. And I'll talk in the subsequent vlogs about what's going on. But I don't know how to prepare you for something like this. I don't think anyone really wants it to happen and doesn't prepare well for it. But don't jump to conclusions. You need to put your dog down right away. There might be hours, weeks, all sorts of time that you can get with them. Right now we're at a point that I never thought we would have on Monday morning or Tuesday or Wednesday, where we're 5 and 6 days in with her, and well, she isn't pooping, which is a big problem. She's still got a light in her eyes and a spark in her step, and wants to go to the dog park, and doesn't seem to be in much pain other than being very uncomfortable, or maybe she's in some small amount of pain, but she doesn't exhibit much of it. She is slowing down, wants to sleep, but these last 5 and 6 days that I've got with her have just been gold. And if I would have knee-jerked on the first day to putting her down, or on the second or third day going, okay, well, we're putting her out of her misery, I wouldn't have had these few days. And I think she's happier and I'm happier. So first day was pretty rough. Lots of tears, lots of crying, lots of holding her. We sat down and did a lot of photos, videos. I realized that because I'm single and I'm always the one holding the camera, I've got some nice cameras, I'm always the one behind the camera. We don't have any family photos. So the other advice I can give you, if you have dogs, take some family photos over the years, because you just never know when. And so we started taking some family photos with her other sibling dog. I should say sibling in terms of fellow Husky, not really in terms of lineage of family. But take some good photos over time and make sure that you're in the photos. The worst thing you can have is to have them pass away and not be able to get some final moments with them and stuff like that. So, and then our thing right now is preparing for her to go, what we need to look for, what we need to do, but we're still holding out a little bit of hope. We'll talk about that in subsequent videos and what that's about. It's not really hope on a long-term basis. It's just kind of day-to-day hope that there's another day. So, or that we get through today. And whatever emergencies might exhibit themselves. But realize there is a hospice care situation for dogs, and you can get beyond it. And if the dog's willing and can pull through it with you. So please don't give up if you get the bomb dropped on you. Don't give up on day one. Don't surrender your dog. Be there for your dog if you can. Don't make the mistake of being so just bombed by this information that you just quit on the dog. I think that's the worst thing anyone can do. If you've had a loyal dog all your life, you owe it to them to be there for them, to comfort them, to care for them. And if you abandon them in those dark moments, may God have mercy on your soul. Anyway, that's our vlog for May 24th. It was an incredible rough day, and we'll talk in other vlogs about the days that followed, the emergencies that followed, and what we're still doing to get here. But the internet was a great resource, and I delved and tried to learn as much as I can. We got latex gloves, and I learned for the very first time how to put turmeric paste on my dog's cyst and behind, hopefully that will save her. And really wasn't something I ever wanted to do in my life. But it comes down to maybe helping our survival. You know, we're willing to try it. So there's a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of things you can do. And I'll talk some more about those in future videos, and also the mentality of dealing with the fact that she'll be gone soon. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Give us a like, please subscribe, and best wishes if you're watching this video and you're going through what we're going through right now. Stay strong and be blessed. Thank you.